Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Yeah, today it's cold, like it's quite cold. I'm wearing very heavy socks. And today we jump right into Proverbs 27. And today is the 27th of March. I was going to say it's the 27th of Proverbs. It's the 27th of March. And thank you to today's episode of Understanding Narcissism based on the Bible, and not the whole Bible, but in the book of Proverbs. Here and there, we're going to pick a few verses and chapters that are in the Bible, but our main focus is in the book of Proverbs. My name is Wanjiko Murigi. I am a counseling psychologist. I am based in Nairobi, Kenya, and I enjoy what I do, which is talking, listening to people, and I am called to help people. I enjoy helping people and listening to their point of view. And anyway, generally, I love what I do. So the book of Proverbs, finally, the verse that I have been waiting for. Now, we began by what is wisdom. Who gets wisdom? How do we gain wisdom? How or who a narcissistic, toxic, abusive partner is, traits about them, the characters they have that God hates. What do you do when you find yourself in need? How do you get out? And many other topics. So, because we have seen all these things, Proverbs 27 tells us something. Verse 12: The prudent see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and pay the penalty. This verse may seem very light, but it isn't as light as it seems. We spoke about signs, or how to know that you're in a narcissistic relationship, how to know it's abusive, it's toxic. They're those ones that are very much on the surface and it's easy for you to pick. Then there are those hidden ones, like someone who's extremely jealous, someone who does not want you to work, someone who wants to control every word that comes out of your mouth, someone who wants to be, in your space, like they don't want to miss out. And it's not because of love, it's because of them not wanting anyone to come and, do I say, quote unquote, confuse you or to open your eyes. Therefore, what they do is decide, we're going to segregate this person away from society and away from everybody that they care about or care about the individual. So now we've seen those signs, and we think we want to turn them brown or green or something that is not red. Now, Proverbs 27 is telling you you're simple minded, and not in a good way. Simple minded is the person who does not ask why, is a person who does not go deep to try and understand beyond what you're being shown on the surface, beyond what you think or the expectations that you've created in your head. You don't go beyond to wonder how comes this guy or this lady always has information about me that I have not shared. Example, maybe you haven't shared, you've gotten a promotion and you haven't shared with your spouse. And then when you're having a money conversation, guy is gonna get angry because you're refusing to contribute more, or because you're refusing to give up your nails for them, or it can be anything. Or this person is going to come and throw hints at private things about, no, do I call them private or personal? Because the two become one. Of things that you since you've already seen the signs, so things that you're trying to keep off them, or you don't want them to know, so you try and shield yourself and the information, but somehow they dig it out. And then you remember what we were talking about, them putting a pinch of salt, and then You know, the other thing is, before I continue with this one, narcissistic persons will most of the times discuss you with their family, and especially if family is also narcissistic. So you will find, instead of this person coming to ask, this and this has happened, I have seen it. What was your plan for it? Or how comes you haven't mentioned it to me? No, they will go and have their kamukunji. Kamukunji is a small meeting in Swahili. And they will be discussing you, not how to help you move forward, not how amazing you are. No, no, no. But things to tear you down. Things that will take, I want to say, the life in you off. However, they really will not care. They will not be in the sitting to look for a solution, but more to strip you naked. And even if any one of them says something that is off, which is going to be a lie, nobody in that room is going to stand up and say, by the way, I don't think that is right about Jane. I don't think that is right about John. He might be many things, but jealous? No. Or, but neglecting children? No. So these people will not, they will not care at all. So now when you see these signs and you decide, this is where I'm supposed to be and I am here. Many years ago, someone told me that when you're planning a wedding, there are many issues that come by. However, when your wedding takes place, you're supposed to know, or it's supposed to be an assurance that God ordained it, or it is God's will for you to be married either to that, no, not either, to be married to that specific person at that time. And that is something that is not true. Because you see, as God gives, the devil can also disguise by, do I say, giving you quote unquote counterfeit. And yeah, we have had. So then what will happen is that you feel, because we started, despite all the issues that we've had, here we are, it has happened, we are good. No matter what I see, no matter the red that becomes very wide open and there. Example, being humiliated in public, someone beating you up physically, someone denying you financial access, or they are keeping the finances only to themselves, conjugal rights being denied, when there is rape within marriage, then you're being told, I have said this, it is okay that you will pray. And it is actually very good for you to pray. However, I think this is where reason comes in. You count your eggs, broken and not broken, and you decide, so many were broken, let me keep the ones that we can still use. And that is in your living, your relationship, staying in it, or knowing what to do as a way forward. So that is one thing. Being simple also is someone who does not think for themselves. So because you've seen the danger, you're waiting for someone to come and remove you, or someone to come and make a decision for you. However, it's also difficult when you've been in a toxic, narcissistic, abusive relationship to make some vital decisions. Because you see, this is something that was taken away from you, and you're like forever dependent on your partner. And these partners love it, that you cannot be able to think for yourself. Come and reason, I reason for you, and then I tell you, you implement. Oh, they love it. The minute you start using your brain to think, to reason and ask, you become enemy number one. Enemy wa kiti cha kwanza. And there's nothing much you can do unless you go to reset, where you don't ask, you just do. Which is not possible. Once you've seen the light, you can't unsee it, right? So yes, being simple is also like almost being like a fool. All right? So that is what you're being compared to, that you've seen danger. You've seen that there's a lion out there waiting for fresh meat. And then you just take yourself there. No, it don't work. Something else that it has said, death and destruction are never satisfied, neither are human eyes. The other day we were asking, so why do these people like keep doing what they see is hurting you? It is because death and destruction are never satisfied. Whether it is from Wanjiku, it is from who? Luke, John, Jonathan, it doesn't matter. They carry death, they carry destruction. It will never reach a place where they say it is enough. It is always looking for the fresh, the newest in town, the freshest, the one that we can break and also tap away their life. So this is it for today. Just those two. And those two should be like the loudest in this whole month. And when you see danger, you've already been warned. Don't keep following the same path. Keep off. Because in the end, as you've been told, penalty will be on you. And we don't know what kind of penalty will be on you. And let us also help, do I say younger ones, younger ladies, younger men, to have their eyes open and to speak their voice, that they don't end up going through some of these things that, well, some of us are discovering when we are so old, that they are safe in delaying to be in partnerships, delaying to be in marriages, better than being in it, but you're miserable for the rest of your life. So that is me. We shall catch you again tomorrow, 28th. Yeah, and share your questions or ask your questions, and let's have a discussion. Let's do this together. All right. So we shall see you on the 28th. Bye.